Morning, day 6, checking out what's going on at the new ICE facility. As we can see, the Evergreen trucks are gone. Now, Evergreen actually delivers building supplies, so it could be that they were pulling up, but I don't understand why they would have been outside the fence line. But someone else on here in comments suggested that they could have just been independent drivers who were sleeping it off before they had to finish their load. Now, another commenter, I have a lot of trolls, another commenter said that cameras are up, so they are now recording us as we come out. I'm not quite sure that is so, because I'm not seeing where they might be. But nothing's changed. I would assume that fencing would go up the moment they start doing something inside.
Dude, that's a big facility. They said it's going to be 10,000 people held in one facility. Several of them are already in Georgia being established. 3. I think we got 3 in Georgia, they said.
All right, I am now parked outside of the warehouse that has been reported to be the one that DHS has recently acquired here in Surprise, Arizona. It is absolutely enormous, and this is what it looks like.
When it comes to being in custody, it's a good stay and a bad stay at the same time. Let me explain. When I was in ICE, me and all of my bunkies, we always used to joke at how they would basically fatten us up for the slaughter. But this goes specifically only to ICE facilities. I'm going to get into the other facilities later. So in ICE facilities, you eating good. I mean, listen, them boys got chicken. Some days they got steak, big plates. I mean, you eating good. They got football fields of soccer fields and basketball courts. They got nice tents. You feel me? And then even with the phones are cheap. It's like 25 cents a minute. But here's where it gets bad. It is very hard on your mind. Because the thing about ICE is, number one, and this is something that they really need to change, they drag out your court dates. You will go to court, like when you first enter in, you'll go to court like the first 2 weeks. Then after 2 weeks, your next court date will be a month later. And it's a month later if you don't get bond. If you bond out, then your court date is extended by years. And where it really plays at your mind is you don't know if you're going to go home or if you're going to get deported or how long you're going to be. My second time in ICE custody, I met Somalians that was fighting their case for 2 years before they got deported. 2 years. They didn't know how much longer they were going to be there or if they were going to go home. Now think about it. You've been in there for 2 years. You don't know when you're going to go home, how much longer you're going to be there. You're paying for lawyers. People are still putting money on your books. You're missing out on jobs. You're missing your kid. You're going through all of this stuff and you still don't know how much longer you're going to be there. And then because a lot of these people, they'd rather fight those 2 years than just sign that deportation order to go back to their country. But then the other side of it is if you don't stay in an ICE facility, they're going to transfer you to the county jail. And it can be anywhere. My first time being transferred, they sent me 4 hours away from the first facility that I was in to a county jail. And if you're in a county jail, it's terrible because they treat you like an inmate. They have count, you have bad food, they have lockdowns. So they really treat you like an inmate if you're in the county jail.
All right, y'all listen to this. ICE is building 8 mega centers that will hold 10,000 illegals, 16 regional processing sites that will hold 1,500 illegals. All these illegal families that are here, woo! You're out of here, baby. I don't even have to fight with y'all anymore. This is the best news. I can just rest in peace now, baby. ICE plans 92,000 total detention bed expansion. $38 billion. This is what I voted for. And I'm letting you know right now, these aren't violent illegals. This is all illegal.
They're already comparing these places to Nazi concentration camps because they can't balance the legal portion, the rule of law portion with compassion. And I agree, we got to have some compassion, but when you don't know who these people, when you don't know who people are, I'm more reluctant. And they really don't get it. A lot of them don't get it. They don't care, I guess.
Purchase of a 57-acre property near Hagerstown caught the attention of lawmakers across Maryland. The Department of Homeland Security bought a mega warehouse, which is likely to be turned into an ICE detention facility. Governor Wes Moore sharply criticizing that plan, but as Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell reports, Washington County commissioners are taking a different approach. Brad.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is just one corner of this massive warehouse, 800,000 square feet. It is a very, very large building. And yes, the Washington County Board of Commissioners today did pass a resolution. It doesn't specifically name this building or its possible use as a detention center, but it says ICE is welcome here.
We don't want ICE detention.
This is the first time I've heard a municipality say ICE is welcome here. If we had that, you would have less people dying, you have less issues, less of these protests, less destruction of property. I think they did the best thing, and that's why I had to include this clip, because when you see Georgia, damn, we got all these black politicians getting up already, trying to make a name for themselves. And most of these facilities are out there in the middle of nowhere in boondocks. Now, the one over Social Circle, I did have a little problem with that, Social Circle, Georgia, simply because I think probably 3 or 4 miles away, 5 miles away, you had an elementary school, and I'm not for that. I think they really need a different space. It shouldn't be near elementary schools. It should be if a joker tries to escape, they can track his butt down with the dogs.
Congratulations. Well done.
See, y'all ain't gonna like it. Y'all. See, it sounds bad, right? It sounds bad, but that's true. They're gonna have to track your scent down, right? They're gonna have to track you down. So they're gonna have to have like a monitor, then dogs will have to grab the scent. But at the end of the day, I don't need you showing up at some old lady's porch and you showing up, knocking on the door saying, ma'am, can I borrow your phone to call my cousin to come get me? My car broke down. That's the problem. If these things are far enough from people, you got enough distance between them and any major population, period, especially schools, do it and do it fast. Because if they don't, it's not going to come to fruition.
Hope y'all know y'all just proved this point. This is why people who are conservative don't want to talk to you. This is why people who are independents don't want to talk to you. Because anybody who shows any slight signs that they may have a conservative thought, be conservative in the slightest a bit, you guys go fucking insane. Take a look at this. We pay your bills. We deserve to know where you stand in history. Who the fuck are you? It's so funny that in the video that y'all are so outraged about, he said, y'all don't want to hear my political opinion. What y'all proving y'all don't. Y'all just want agreement. Y'all don't want to have a conversation. Y'all don't want to have a debate. Y'all want people to obey and agree with you. And if you don't do it, you don't even have to be fucking conservative right wing. You can just say, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to be political. I can see both sides. If you say you see both sides, they view you as right-wing MAGA Trump. Shut the fuck up. I say this all the time. Republicans look so bad right now because of this administration. But somehow, someway, you liberals, somehow, somewhere, y'all find a way to be so annoying, to be so insufferable, to make everything about yourself that you think that these influencers, that these people on the internet owe you their opinion on something. Newsflash, they don't. But because I'm a nice person, here's some advice for you guys so maybe y'all can win some elections one day. Stop being annoying. Stop telling people what to think. Stop telling people how to think.
I had to throw that in there. I know it wasn't about the facility. I just had to put it in there. It's just funny.
Pride in American culture. There is no country on earth that diminishes and shames its own people.
This is one of the very first time, and they're walking around the ICE facility too. And this is the very first time I've actually seen like a lot of the Republicans, a lot of the MAGA movement jump up and start to actually protest during the protests around the ICE facilities that they're building, the ones that they, already have. So I thought this was cool. I wanted to include it because I just thought it was cool. I get enough of this protest content it's crazy. Like, it's literally insane. Look, shoot, did I just drop this? I think I just dropped my water. I said I wasn't going to get excited. I said I was just going to chill. Let me let this play.
For believing in the tenets and the Constitution that has made it the backbone of the globe. American exceptionalism is real. American patriotism is something to be proud of. We love our country. We love our way of life. We protect our women and children and prioritize Americans over all others. We are serious.
Here, let's watch this.
I am absolutely shocked to find out that 56 people have died under ICE custody. Where is the outrage?
Oh, it was under Obama, not mine.
It was under Obama.
That's right, Kamala. By the way, I deported more immigrants than any other president in the U.S. history.
Yet I am the one that liberals call evil. And you guys love to frame me as uniquely cruel on immigration, like everything suddenly became extreme the moment that I took office.
The so-called cages that we liberals loves to talk about, those were built under me. But no outrage, no viral protests, and no nonstop media coverage either.
And here's the part you never want to talk about. Obama, you deported more people. ICE always existed, but I was the first president to offer an exit instead of just enforcement.
Yeah, Mr. Trump is the first president to offer undocumented immigrants a real self-deportation option with incentives. Not me, not Biden, no other president in U.S. history. Plane tickets paid for, financial assistance, and the chance to live voluntarily instead of being caught and banned for years.